Hello, everybody. Welcome into our daily collective for Tuesday, the 7th of January 2026. My name is Elena, and this is Mystical Magical Readings. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's have a look for the daily collective, what is coming up. Thank you for subscribing to this channel and following along, and liking this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you, my spirit guides of the love and light. What does the collective need to know for Wednesday, the 6th of January? Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Great. Okay. We've got the Lord ruling your east, building your empire. Some alone time. Feeling stuck in how you're building your empire. And also wanting to ship on from that feeling and wanting to ship on from being so alone or having so much alone time or feeling so alone within your pilgrimage. So, I mean, the Lord card is really about how you're building your empire. And surprisingly enough, I think you might surprise yourself when you're actually building your empire really, really well, although you might not feel like it. You might feel like you're taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or more like 1 step forward, 4 steps back, but you're actually not. And your guides are wanting you to know you're actually doing really, really well in terms of organizing for your future. This is getting really good advice off other people as well. So there'll be some great advice coming in around you, whatever advice you receive in terms of finances and things like that. Always, go with your intuition, but this means it's good advice to be given in terms of legal, financial matters, all that sort of stuff as well. But this is also, taking charge and taking full control of your life, kind of with an iron fist. I'm almost getting, because my hand's turning into a fist. So taking charge of where you're headed in your journey and having a vision about exactly what you want, which is going to help you manifest it all in. Now, there is some time to rest and some quiet time on the cards for some of you with this reading with the Hermit card. There's also a need to reflect on how you're wanting to build your empire. Whatever you want to do now, it's going to happen quite quickly. So do be aware of that and really reflect on what it is you're wanting. Where is your inner wild with this wolf here? Where is your inner wild, and how can you integrate that inner wild into a balanced integration of still being balanced and doing the everyday mundane in order to build your empire in a successful manner whilst not feeling stuck in your everyday duties? Where is that inner wild, and how do you need to balance that in? This is what the Hermit card is asking you. How can you get that reality of everyday stuff and still have this happen, this wild freedom and that sense of self? And I'm just getting this image of someone standing on a cliff with long hair and the wind's blowing in their hair, and they don't really have a care in the world apart from enjoying that moment when their wind is blowing in the hair and enjoying the feeling of it and the freedom of not having to tie their hair up. So letting your hair down a little. So if you're kind of having some time alone and you're wanting to have less time alone, if you've had a lot of time alone lately, get your inner wild on, let your hair down, and go out and do new things and try new things. There's a whole world out there for you to experience. So where do you want to go and live your life? This is what the universe is asking you. But then how do you want to build your empire so you have the solid foundations in order to enjoy living your life and not getting so strung up in just building your empire and not having any time for you to have alone time, because alone time is part of that balance as well. So this is very much, where is your balance coming in? Now, there is something here, and this card came up yesterday, to do with family struggles, family tensions, family dramas. I'm seeing arguments in the water. I'm seeing in the water here, I'm just scrying a little bit. I'm seeing frustration and fights and bickering in family, and it's really hard. And again, things getting swept under the under the carpet, swept under the rug, and things wanting to be spoken about, but it's not getting spoken about. This is happening for a reason. You're not meant to be speaking about this at the moment. If there is any family conflict of that regard, it is time to just take your own counsel. And if you feel a little bit stuck in whatever this situation is, your guides are urging you to ship on from it and to move on from it and to kind of let it go. So if there's anybody in terms of family or people really close to you that you have been arguing with, or there has been some sort of separations or something's happened and there's been a bit of conflict and you just can't seem to come back into peace, this is one of the things that was meant to end in the completions year. So holding on to anything where you're gripping on too tightly or they're gripping on too tightly for you, it's really going to crumble down in this last month of the year of the snake. So do keep that in mind. And if there is any struggles going on in terms of relationships that you need to let go of, or situations that have been emotionally a turmoil and are hurting your mind now, know that you will get this turned around and you will be able to ship on. The Six of Swords is a guide taking people away from a tough scenario into the new. So leaving the old and into the new. But you can't do it on your own. You need your guides. You need that person to direct the boat, and that's your higher power. That's whoever you believe in divinely, and they're here ready to take you. But guilt or worry or fear or attachment or whatever it is keeping you stuck. And this is making you feel stuck in all aspects of your life. It's coming through as a mirror everywhere. So there is a little bit of work to do there. The good news is the waters are calm. Have you noticed? There's no big waves in this water. So the waters are calm and it's safe for you to ship away whenever you're ready. And I can literally see your guide in the boat waiting for you to get in and go, come on, now it's time to leave that. And we're going to move forward into the future. So moving forward, you know, we've got the Three of Pentacles, people working really well together at work. So things are going really well with whatever you're doing at work. It might have been a bumpy ride. I'm seeing bumps, and I'm seeing camel humps as well. So it might be like it's been a dry desert and the camel humps are there. So while things are going well at work, you know how camels don't need to drink much water for a long period of time. Keep your finances, don't spend. Make sure you keep some in your pot for the dry times to come, perhaps, is what that little image is saying. So especially after the holiday season, if you've been spending a lot of money, make sure you don't overspend your money now. We then have the Two of Pentacles coming in here. So there might be a couple of different things that you're doing in terms of work or what you do in your everyday life, keeping you nice and busy, and there's a nice little juggle going on there. There will come a time where you can choose one or the other, and that time is coming very soon. If you're not happy doing two things and you want to move it to one, whatever you're doing, you're very, very, very confident at it. And you're at the top of your game, and people can see that, and they're not wanting to lose you. They're wanting to work with you. They love your inspiration. They love your fire, and they're loving your outspokenness, which is really good. So you're sticking up for yourself and ruling your roost, and people are appreciating that about you. So all things work is pretty good. And then family, I do see coming back into balance, but different family members here than what was going on in this Six of Swords. So there is a lot of balance, a lot of harmony in some aspects with your family members. Then other family members, there's disharmony, and they're the ones to move on from. So this reading was very, very, very specific. And I'm just seeing someone clapping in the water. So Spirit's applauding you. They're saying, really well done. You've really stuck up for yourself, and they're really proud of you. They can see how much work you've done on yourself, and you stick up for you now. and you didn't used to do that. So they're really proud of you. That completes our daily reading. Congratulations, everybody. Please don't let guilt hold you back in any situations that you don't want to be in. It is time to move on from that. And whatever you're thinking about now is that scenario for you. There's a lot of support as well here from other family members and people that you love. So as much as you're losing some, you're getting closer to others, and it all comes back into balance. And you're keeping the people that treat you right and the people that are truly deserving of your time and to enjoy you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday.